Welcome guys to the Golden Bungalow. Break! So guys, this is going to be a double week one. So this is going to be week 9 and 10 because like you saw from the previous video, we are quite further along. So I thought I'd do a double week on this one. Now you're probably wondering what this is. This is a puppy baby carrier, because one thing I forgot to say to you in the last video, if you haven't seen that one, please top right hand corner now, go have a watch. This is a puppy baby carrier because I didn't talk to you about socialization. Now that is one thing that you need to also do as soon as they get into the house. So the first week or so, or the first couple of days, don't worry, you don't have to take them straight out or anything like that. Or from this, like I say, this is my recommendation. Introduce them to the Hoover, introduce them to their room, introduce them to their crate and all these sort of things, everything in the household. And then maybe leave it a day or so before people start coming around, so then they can obviously get used to your house and where they're going to be. So this first week we ended up taking little Takoda out. He does still fit in this, but it is quite a squeeze. But like I say, he's out and about now. So we ended up taking him places. We walked him into town because obviously he's not had his jabs yet. So obviously at week 8, 9, 10 and up to 11. So he can't be on the floor. So this is absolutely perfect. So we ended up taking him to farms so he can meet all the animals and things like that. We took him to pubs, we took him to cafes. We've probably ended up spending about a mortgage on coffee. And obviously walking through towns because he needs to get used to all the noises, all the people, other dogs, but not close up or anything like that, just the sounds and things like that. So socialization is a massive key thing.
So one of the main things you might be worried about is taking your dog out on a journey and if they are going to be sick. Now, we have an estate, we put them in the boot and we have a dog grate at the back so they don't jump back into the back seat. When Medivh was young, yes, he was sick. He did cry as well, but we just kept going with it, so he started to get used to the motion in the car. You just have to keep going with it, otherwise they won't get used to it and they will be sick every time they go on a journey. We've taken Takoda out on his first short journey and he wasn't sick, thankfully, but he did cry. So he did have he was nervous, he was trying to get over the grate, but we turned the music up, we put your hands over your ears, you just have to let it go, keep going and just keep up with it. If you start to say it's going to be okay, it's fine, keep reassuring them, it's going to reinforce the fact that they are going to keep crying and you're just going to retaliate to that. So try to ignore it, try to block it out and just keep going with it, get them used to the motion in the back of the car and you will get through it and they will start to enjoy the journey as well as you.
So guys, one other thing I didn't talk about in week 8 was training, what we're going to do and things like that. So week 8 was very basic stuff. It was sit, stay, break, his name. Break. Sit. Do a few more reps because I know you're losing it. Good. Yes. Wait. Break. Good boy. Good boy, yes. Okay, sit. Yes. Wait. Break. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Takoda. Yes. Good boy. Right, here's a big test for you. Break. Yeah. Very good. Come on in. Sit, then that's down. Sit, yes. Wait. Break. Oh, that's the longest you've done so far. Brilliant. Sit, good. Wait. Wait. Break. Socialization, obedience, and I keep forgetting the last one, manners. So we're doing all that. Week 9, we're still hammering on that, but we added in loose lead walking or part of loose lead walking, which wasn't involving a lead or anything like that. So I'm going to show you a clip now of what he was doing in week 9. Now bear in mind, I train him 4 times a day because he has 4 meals a day. So before he has his main meal, half of that kibble is used for training. So this is what he had done. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Takoda. Wait. Break. Good boy. Sit. Wait. Break. Good. Good. Sit. Ah. Sit. Yes. Takoda. Yes. Down. Good. Down. Good. Up. Good. Wait. Here. Good. Now that, even I'm blown away on how quick he was picking it up. The first week, like I say about puppy blues and things like that, he wasn't getting any of it, and it was very much hard work because obviously you're trying your hardest. He's completely in default. He knows nothing whatsoever. So trying to introduce that, once they've got a tweak of it, your life is so much more easier. So he done absolutely amazing on week 9. Now don't give him too much credit. His head will get way too big because he is an absolute nightmare when it comes to the garden. Everything is food. And so you're constantly interrupting him, constantly trying to tell him no, move him to something else. It's just a nightmare. He was exactly the same. And then eventually, I think from the millionth time of saying no and redirecting to something else, he finally got it. But he comes along, he started doing it again. So bear that in mind, guys, because these sort of things can happen. So now we're going into week 10 of training. Exactly the same. We haven't stopped any of what we've done in week 8 and 9. We're just hammering more on it. He's getting so much more better with it. But now we've introduced the lead, and here is how it turned out. Good. You. Good. You. Good. Now I am going to say that was 3 days of loose lead walking with the lead in the garden, and it blew me away. It just shows you these dogs are amazing. They learn very, very quickly, but it also shows you put in the hard work, you put in the effort. That this first month is hard. It is very hard, but you put in the fundamental work, you will get this. And as you saw what Nadine was like in the first video, just walking around quickly in the car park, in our garden, you will get that. But here's another little thing that Jem did when she was doing the training, which was quite a shocker.
Good boy.
So Jem had run out of kibble at this point, so she wasn't using anything. He carried on following, and he ended up following the lead as well, or following her on heel, which I was actually blown away on. And it was just incredible to watch. So it shows that at a later date, because the idea is both of these are going to be loose lead walk. That's why he is being trained on my right, he is being trained on the left. Most of the time when you have a dog, they'll teach you to keep them on the left. That's why I wanted him on the right. So that was training for week 8 and 9. So throughout all these 3 weeks, we have been doing lots and lots of socialization. Like I said before, we've had the baby carrier. It is an absolutely amazing tool to have because some people don't take their dogs out, which they are like a sponge at this point and they need to be socialized. Obviously, you don't want to have them on the floor because they've not had their jabs. So like I say, this is where that baby carrier is absolutely fundamental. So literally every single day, and I've been off, or I was off for 3 weeks, I managed to take that time off. So the first 3 weeks of training, I was at home 24/7. Jem was working from home. So it just worked out really, really well. So what we'd end up doing, we'd gone into town, walked all the way around town. Now that took normally 20 minutes, took an hour and 20 minutes because everyone's like, oh, puppy. And yeah, so, which is great because you want people to interact with them. You really do. And then he gets used to these people. The good thing is he feels comfortable as well. One, he can't get out of it, so he can't wriggle or anything like that. But I don't know if it's a soothing thing because he's pressed against you, so he can feel your body, he can feel your heartbeat. He just is very relaxed in it. So he knows that nothing's going to go wrong. That's just me thinking outside the box. I'm probably 100% wrong, but yeah. But we ended up, I'll be with you in a minute. We ended up, bear with, let me deal with that and I'll be right back. Okay, break. Takoda, break. Good. So right, now we're back. Clearly the bell works on the door. Another good reason why you should use the bell. That was trained in the first week, just so you're aware. So yeah, the harness is absolutely brilliant because you can take them absolutely everywhere. They're not on the floor. We ended up going to places like pubs. We went to cafes, which we spent so much money on. Where do we go? We went to garden centres. That's another one because obviously they can smell all the flowers and things like that. And you basically want to go places that they can experience lots of people, but also they want to experience lots of different things. Like we even at one point, I was stood by the main road and I was just holding him and I was letting buses and lorries go past because that's another thing that they need to experience. So that's another brilliant place to go. Also, when we took him out for his hour walk or half an hour walk, we took him with us with that. So one, he can obviously experience Medivh out and about. Funny thing is he's literally following him left, right, centre when Medivh's running around us off lead, because he is always off lead. It's funny because his head's constantly on the swivel trying to find him. So that's another good thing. So yeah, socialization, do as much as you possibly can. Try and see if you can bump into the post man or woman is another great one because after speaking to ours recently, absolutely lovely lady, she adores him and loves him, keeps trying to steal him. She ended up basically saying the amount of times they get bitten by dogs is unbelievable. Just obviously putting the letters and stuff through the door, they get their fingers bit. So a lot of them carry dog treats. So what we've done first thing is we've introduced Takoda to her. High vis and things like that, fluorescent colours and stuff is another big thing. Hoover, that you can get on YouTube as well, sounds. Luckily, Sarah, our trainer, she had them constantly going while they were puppies, so that was a good thing on that. So yeah, as much socialization you can possibly do something once a day minimum, I would say. Try and change it up each different time and different times of the day is my recommendation.
So another important factor is routine. Now, the puppy needs a good routine because they eat, they sleep, and they want some playtime as well. not only is that routine good for them, it's also good for us. We then get to work. I work from home. I then have that structure. I'm able to do my job effectively, but also I'm able to eat, have a cup of tea, have that bit of downtime as away from all the manic madness of having a new puppy in the house. Takoda has this particular routine, so it helps with me when I'm working from home. So he's up at 7, he's trained, he then has his food. He has a play in the garden, has his free time with Medivh, where they're wrestling. They then come back in. He's then starting to get tired, so we put him in the crate at about 8:30. Then he's down till about 11. Routine again is we get him out. He's then fed, trained. Again, bit of free time, plays. Still tired by this point. 12 o'clock he goes into his crate. Then for another couple of hours. 2 o'clock, feed, train, repeat. As you can see, the routine's starting to get into place. And then he's in there till 5:30. He's out, he has his feed, he's trained, and then he's playing about until obviously we go to bed, and we put him down around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then we're able to then get ready for bed. This routine helps him. He's tired a lot. Also helps, again, as I've mentioned, with my work, but also in terms of separation anxiety. We don't particularly want our puppies to suffer when we're not here. So they need to get used to the fact that when they're in their crate, we're not around. So when I'm working, or if I need to go into the office for a couple of hours, he has got Medivh, but he's on his own. So they need to know that being on their own is okay, that you're not going to be around all the time, because if you are around all the time, they get latched to you. So when you leave, they start to cry, they get anxious, hence the social anxiety. So try to get that routine in place, try to get used to you not being around as much, and then you'll start to have a good plan in place and good days with your puppy.
So one other thing is grooming. So we've slowly introduced Takoda to this, and he's not fazed by it. He really doesn't like it, but he still takes it because obviously they need to be groomed. He's just not a big fan of it. Takoda we've done it at the same time, and luckily, most of the time when I say a command, he does exactly the same thing. So over here, down. Yeah, we know. See, look at your little leg. Your little leggy coming. So yeah, he's not fazed by it. We've just done it little bits and pieces because at the moment he's not shedding anything. His fur's nowhere near, obviously, like a full-blown golden retriever, so it's okay. So he just gets a bit like that. Nails we have done. That was more difficult because he doesn't like being held. Medivh will lay on his back in between my legs and I can clip his toenails. He's not a fan, but he will allow me to do it. This one, we've got to find like a new method to be able to do it. So if I do hold his paw like this and I went in with it, like, no, he's not doing too bad at the moment, so I'm just holding them. But he does come to look at my fingers and things. The other thing as well, which is quite a bonus, he's not puppy biting anymore. The whole interrupt, redirect, reinforce idea works, and he doesn't do it. He was exactly the same. So if he ever when he did go to bite or nibble one of us, it was literally a big stern no. And I mean, it wasn't it was a stern no, because we do not want any form of biting whatsoever. Redirected to one of these, or just literally rammed it in his gob. And as soon as you start chewing on it and lay down, reinforce it. It's also doing that when they're actually lying down and doing it on their own accord. So if he went to his place bed, that's exactly the time. And you forget that sometimes. You're like, oh, he's doing what I want him to do without me asking. That's where you want to sort of like praise him for it. So the real talk for week 8, sorry, not 8 and 9, 9 and 10. I forgot to mention he did go for his first jab, waiting for his second, which will allow him to obviously go out and walk on roads. And then he will have a third where he can actually physically be on the grass. Now, I remember from Medivh, when he was a puppy, we only had 2, didn't we? I swear we only had 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, even one of the other lot from the breeder They've only had 2, but they got to wait 4 weeks in between. So unless something's changed since him, I don't know. But the highs and lows of 9 and 10, it's got better, hasn't it?
Much better.
It's got easier. I'm still not going to say it's easy. It really isn't, and there is a lot of frustration in there. It's mainly, for me, it is mainly the ignorance stuff. Like, he knows what to do, he just don't do it, or he ignores it and things like that. But he is still a puppy. But it is frustrating, and that's like where we said on week 8, you can get the puppy blues, they can sort of kick in. And like I say, it is frustrating times where I'll be like, right, can you, Jem, can you come in while I just go out for 5 minutes or something? But one thing I did notice as of today, he was being very naughty before I took him out for his morning training session. Now, at the door, he just wouldn't listen. You called him over, he wouldn't listen. He would sit there. Then he would start trying to bite Medivh. I had to get Medivh to lie down. And like I say, this is the issue you might have if you bring another dog into the family when you've already got one. But then I thought, right, and then obviously I said it in more of a sterner voice, sit down, wait, in which he did. And then we went outside, and I thought, right, we're now training. So full chill, and I mean full chill. And I must admit, from just saying things calmly, like, good, sit, like that, that's probably the best he has ever done. And that was kind of like a breakthrough for me. And I remember telling you, and it was just, yeah, I'm going to try it again on the next one and see what happens. But he's sleeping all the way through the night. There are so many funny things he's doing that bring the joy in. There's so many more positives than negatives, but it's like everyone, you usually hold on to the negatives, don't you?
Yeah.
But the way he's sleeping, he sleeps on his back, all bent up in his crate. He can lie down flat, but he just chooses to sleep in the most awkward sort of ways. But he also sleeps sometimes cuddling his dog. But we have noticed something else with the dog, haven't we? So even though he is only 10 weeks at this point, he has started to hump the dog. And this dog is the one that's got the heartbeat in. Wait. No. Here. Sit. Good. Down. Good. So he started to hump the dog. I've found it so funny, and I had to tell Jem because she was at work, she had to go into the office and I was at home. He bit the face, humped it, laid on his side, but while he was on his side humping it, he was looking at me. So I literally just put him in the crate. I was like, don't look at me when you do that. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But no, how have you found the last couple of weeks? Oh, speaking of the devil, here's his dog.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first weeks are hard, but he has got better. I think he's starting to listen. Yeah, he has his moments where he doesn't listen. He's very, rebel sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's definitely growing into himself. His character is definitely coming out. But it is getting easier, and we are enjoying his company. I enjoy coming home from work and seeing him, but he's it's definitely trying. But like Nick said, the way he sleeps, but also sleeps just before he goes into the crate and he gets very, very tired. You can tell when he's getting really tired. And when he's lying on the floor with one of his toys and it's just in the air and his paws are in the air, and he's slow.
Well, that's another thing, isn't it? That was one thing we noticed also about the crate. He doesn't go into the crate voluntarily. Don't feel bad about putting him into the crate because he needs to go in. But when he's tired, however, he's actually walking himself into the crate, isn't he?
Which is great. But
we couldn't.
He's growing.
yeah. It's like I say, it is hard work. You've got to look at all the positive side of things. There are times where you're just like, what have I done? It can be very much like that. But as long as you put the hard work in, the start is always the hardest. But I keep looking at Medivh. And when I look at Medivh, I'm like, right, this is what he's going to turn out like if I carry on, or we carry on doing what we're doing. Like I say, it's different this time because one, he's a different dog, obviously, but we've also got Medivh in here as well. And sometimes he doesn't help. But no, it is getting a lot more positive. He is starting to listen. We've now got towards the point pretty much with his training that we're doing everything now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it's just literally staying on top. Absolutely. It's repetitive. It's staying on top of it. And he doesn't need to know anymore. We're not going to teach him tricks because we just don't do that. It's just, we want them to be our kids and just enjoy themselves, but they need to know the rules. So guys, that is going to bring us to the end of this video of week 9 and 10. We hope you really have enjoyed it. Please put some comments down below of what you thought of the video. Other things you want to see maybe, but also if there is anything you think that would benefit us as well, please put them down there. We're always learning, so we're always happy to obviously receive these sort of messages. And the thing is we've had some really great feedback from the people that have actually watched this video, because it was a tester to see if it would be worth it. And I love making content and stuff, and making content on Medivh and Takoda I thought would be a great idea. So yeah, thank you very much for all of that. I did it mostly on the idea of when I was looking to train Medivh, a lot of the questions that I wanted were on multiple videos rather than just one, so I thought it would be a massive benefit for the people that are looking to get a puppy, especially on the course side of things, because they can see what you can gain from it and they can see the step-by-step process of what I've gone through, and a lot of them have been very thankful for it, so which is absolutely a plus. We've kind of hit the nail on the head on that one, haven't we? Mm-hmm. So yeah, please hit like and please hit subscribe to keep up with more future content from us here at the Golden Bungalow, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care guys, stay safe. Ta-da. Boop.